welcome everybody. Happy spring. I'm not 100% sure, but this might be the third and final fake spring or false spring here in Indiana. And we are over at my single lot, and now that spring, we have a better chance of cleaning up everything, pruning some pear trees, and figuring out this whole area. So I'm going to turn the camera around and I'll show you a couple of things we're going to do, including propagating some elderberry and currants, and it should be a good day. So this area is one that me and my neighbor were discussing. We had let it grow up and the thistle kind of overtook. We have a lot of blackberries and raspberries in there, but he was just concerned that a lot of rodents and different things were getting in there. So we're gonna clean a lot of this stuff up, get rid of that bigger tree, some of these vines. We have some English ivy back there, and we're gonna do a better job this year of coming by and keeping everything neat and tidy. As you can see, we have an elderberry right here. So pruning this will help it grow back even stronger, but then we can take cuttings just like that. That'll be a cutting, chop it right there. There'll be another cutting. We'll get these potted up sometime later. We'll make a different video about that, but just collecting all this stuff in the back of the truck and getting it off the property. We're gonna have to rely mostly on leaf fall and animals to keep inputs into the system, versus maybe other properties that I have where I leave a lot of the old stuff and let it fall down and maybe do a compost. Like another example is this asparagus. This can all be chopped down and then we'll be able to actually see if there's any asparagus coming up. So that'll be a cool thing to see. This is one of the pears that we're going to look at. But I'll get a couple of snapshots while I'm doing stuff. I wanted to show you kind of the before and then the after, so you can kind of see some of these larger trees that we have. That's a pear. That's a pear straight ahead there. You can see they've gotten very tall, but they're right at just about a perfect size and age for me to do some heading cuts to get them branching out the way I want them to. But we should be able to see a lot of growth and a lot of pears out of this property this year for sure. You can see all my evergreens up front have taken all winter and done their thing and gotten quite a bit larger. So hopefully next spring when I videotape all this, this will actually be a wall of cover for the property. Kind of give us a little bit of privacy. But let me get to work. We'll take you along on a couple things and we'll see what it looks like afterwards. Making a bit of progress here. I want to show you one of the benefits of what we've done over the last few years. And this is one of them. We have a lot of blackberries that we're able to let fruit. And now we're trimming them back so that they can produce again. And also we have some other plants, small trees and bushes that need to be pruned anyways. So basically anything in here needs to be pruned anyways. And we clean it all up, get rid of a lot of the pests, and then it can be a lot neater for the rest of the year. And we get to get all of our pruning done. So it's actually pretty easy work, especially it's a little bit cool today. So I'm glad we get to do it. Well, we made pretty good progress with the back here. Looks pretty good. And then we actually had a couple of friends come over and they helped me clear up a lot more. You can see that there's still a couple of more flowers that we're going to be cutting down. But I wanted to show how we're pruning these peaches. And this is one of our older peaches. And I believe we had pruned it last year. Yeah, right here on the top. You see right here, if it focuses. And you see how it branched off on the left there and then on the right. So it grew quite a lot this year. It actually had peaches on it last year, but we want to bring it down. And because it's a pear, it's going to keep trying to grow through a central leader. But I do want it to branch off. So I really have a hard decision. If it was a peach tree, I'd probably just cut it right here or right here to try and get me a open center. But on this one, I think we're just gonna manage the height a little bit. So I think I'm just going to go with this. The only hard thing with this set of pruners is you don't want to actually cut more than you want to. You don't want to nick this little branch here. But I think if I do that, and then you see how this bud on the left is going to the left, I don't want that. So I think I'm going to cut it right here. Ooh. Oh gosh. There you go. Okay, good. It's really hard using with my left hand, my non-dominant hand. And you can see I have the red bud, the bud that's facing outward. So I'll have those buds, this bud coming this way, and then I'll chop this off right here. Okay, so we got that, and I think I'll just chop that just for the heck of it. And I want to clean this off and clean this up right there. Oh, that's okay. I still saved the bud. Okay, so we got that done. I still have a couple more peaches to do, but I wanted to show you our elderberries because that's one of the major things that we're trying to do here is turn all of our bushes and multiply them. So here's what we did to the elderberries. If you remember from earlier in the video, these things were 7 foot tall. And we took them down, not quite to the ground. I mean, we definitely could have brought it all the way down, but I like the idea of having some of the material on there, and then all those buds will break, and this will probably multiply by 4 times. But the cool thing is, each one of those can become more plants. So to kind of make that point, you see here's an elderberry. This is one of the cuttings, one of the old branches. And what's so great about a lot of bushes is that you can basically cut just little portions of them. This little stick here, and you can stick it straight to the ground. Get it down as far as you can. Hopefully you're not going through wood chips, so it's a little bit easier. And then I usually snip the top off. It's not really necessary, but this should reroot into the soil, and then either this main stick will grow or new shoots will pop up. So we can do this, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a whole lot of plants right here that in 2 years you can already be trimming back, getting food and trimming back and making new plants. So elderberry, currants, gooseberry, all those types of plants are great for this type of thing, this propagation method. So I'm going to put this back in the truck, and I'm going to plant a bunch of these at home later. One more thing that I wanted to do on this property was here. I have a couple of service berries, and these are very small, but you see how they're already branching here, and that's just about below knee height. So I really don't even need to do anything with this, but then we have this branch coming up, so I'm not really sure what to do. It's going to be a tree, so do I cut something? I'm not quite sure. I wonder if I should just leave this for a year and maybe focus on this one. Yeah, this one's a little bit easier to tell. So, to keep it short, boom, boom. It's okay. Try not to worry about like making a mistake. I'm doing a good thing for the trees, so keeping it short is what we're going for, and we'll just wait another year on that other one. All right, so thank you everybody for watching. I want to do a little panning shot here so you can see how much everything is cleared out. I will be probably making a short or two on trimming those 2 pear trees. And the next time you see a video of this property, you'll see just how much I take off of them. Since I already took off 5 feet of that one, you can imagine what I'll do with the other one. So thank you again for watching, and we will see you next time. All right, bye-bye.